Now, I'll bring up a situation that I'm currently dealing with now, a little different slant to it. Um, I have a client that's in a very high level role in a nationally based company, and she came with all the credentials and stuff, and she's been in this role for now maybe 18 months, and she has come to the conclusion, which kind of brought us together, that she doesn't know the role as well as she thought she did. She was focused on things that were very detailed and more befitting of people a couple levels below her. But when it comes to operating at her level, setting the direction, expectations, doing things at a higher level and not being in the weeds so much, it's just recently come to light that she really didn't have an understanding of that level role. The title and the money was what drove her. And then the company said yes. So you can't fault her for going for the stars and getting what she wanted. But once she got in the middle of everything that was required, and the fact that the company was being saying, okay, this is your role, you run the ship, you tell us what you need, but we're just going to check in and see how things are going, kind of left her in a situation where once she started to realize she wasn't equipped to handle some of this stuff, she had no place to go. She was like, well, how do I tell them that I don't know how to do this?
Well, and I think this is a great part of the discussion because I think that happens with a lot of people,
Right.
and then you get in this situation where if you speak up, depending on, the class of management that you have and how these people operate and their
Right.
behaviors, that could be a CLM.
Yeah.
If you speak up and admit that you don't know what you're doing, there are some company cultures out there that it's like, well, okay, you just got the short stick. In about 3 to 6 months, you're going to be out of that job.
Right. Well, it goes back
Whereas,
to what you were saying before, this whole concept, which kind of I think got its roots in more of the entrepreneurial small business world of faking it till you make it, right? At some point, you do that long enough and you realize I'm still faking it.
yeah.
Now we have a real problem.
So I'm guessing here. So I think I need to admit that. But when I hear that phrase, fake until you make it, my takeaway of that is you're not faking the entire freaking job, right?
No.
It's, if there's 4 or 5 main components of your job that you're really focused on, that you're held
Hmm.
accountable to, uh, one of those components, maybe two, all right, you're kind of a beginner, you don't have a lot of experience in. This is something you're going
Right.
to have to grow into, but not all 5.
No, and really that whole phrase is rooted in the idea that if you're starting a business, usually the things that people don't have in those early stages is they don't have the confidence and they don't speak with enough authority to where people believe that they're capable of doing what they're in business to do. So when you fake it till you make it, you come up with the confidence, you well it up, you do whatever you got to do, and you lead with authority in hopes that at some point people now buy into you as the professional they think you are, and they do business and you build it from there. But you could still take that into the management, side of life, because most people that don't manage well, even though they have the skill set and the technical knowledge and maybe the intellectual aptitude, is because deep down inside they don't have the confidence to pull it off.